Hello, new and future residents of the United States. In this video, I will be talking about 3 things that Americans find rude that you might not. So who am I? I'm an international teacher recruiter, and I've helped hundreds of people move to the US. So I've seen it all. I've also met many people that come off as very rude. They come across as very rude. Maybe they are actually rude, or maybe it's a cultural difference. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing is gonna be not minding your manners. And this is going to be more relevant in the South, but even if you are in New York City or Chicago, it's never a bad thing to be polite, right? But especially if you're in the South, people really care about manners. So some things I see is people not even saying please or thank you. I had one time where I was with 2 teachers, and one of the teachers was from Kenya, the other one was from Jamaica, and the Jamaican teacher told me, when I first met this lady, I thought she was very rude just because she would kind of demand things. She would say, do this, do that. And she was like, it wasn't until I got to know her better that I realized that that's just how they speak. In the US, that would be considered very rude. So, even in front of me, the lady said, write that down. To us, that comes across as very rude. You would say, oh, please, could you write this down? Or would you be so kind to write this down? Something like that. And once it's done, oh, thank you so much for doing that. So we definitely do not speak like that. If you do, it's okay. You don't know, now you do, and now you can change it. But do not be surprised that if that's how you speak, maybe that is your culture, that people will definitely give you some dirty looks and they will kind of shy away from you because they think that you're rude. All right, so the next thing is going to be no personal space. And I have experienced this myself in other countries where I've been around people from different backgrounds at the airport going through security or something. And, it's aggravating to me when people are in my space. But of course, that might be their culture. So I'm not going to say anything. But in the US, you definitely want to give people their space. Many times we've recruited people and we have to tell them, we're in line at Target or Walmart, whatever, like, hey, you need to back up. You need to give this person space. The way most Americans see it is we all kind of have our personal bubble, and you don't want to get into that. You also don't want to speak, so closely to someone. You don't need to get right in their face. You just keep your distance. You don't need to get up in their ear. It's very off-putting. The way I see it, and I'm sure a lot of fellow Americans would agree, the line, or you're not going to get your point across any better. The line's not going to move any faster if you are up my what. So please maintain space from people and give people personal space. All right, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is treating waiters and retail workers, any workers that you see poorly, even a janitor, something like that. We don't do that in the US. It's considered very bad manners to do that. You want to treat everybody with respect, whether that person is the janitor or the CEO of that company. You want to treat them with respect, because if you were in that person's position, you would want to be treated with respect. We're all human beings, right? So that kind of goes back to what I first talked about, minding your manners, saying please and thank you. When you are at a restaurant, even though you're tipping the waiter and they're providing you with a service, you still need to say, oh, please, could I have this? Thank you, when they bring you your food or a drink, whatever. And it's really important that you do that. When other people see you not doing that, they're gonna get, a really bad impression of you, and they might even shoot you some dirty looks. If you're around your colleagues and you're going out to eat, for example, and you're being very rude to the wait staff or the people working there, it's just not gonna look good for you. So make sure that you're always very nice to everybody you meet, no matter what their occupation is. That's very important here in the US. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. I am very open to feedback. See you next time.